Hey everyone, this is Paul with @Speed. Welcome to my YouTube video. Today we're going to be doing a GPS mount with GPS that could be used on my Panigale, could be used on a touring bike, could be used on a naked bike, anything with a RAM mount it could be used on. So to take a look at what we have, we'll go through some parts, we'll go through some things that we're using today. So what I purchased here was the Garmin. It's a Garmin Zumo 396 LMTS, and I bought the RAM mount, and I will give everyone the numbers on the RAM mount. It's the RAM B178U. It does not, when you purchase this RAM mount, it does not say it's compatible with the 396, but it is. You can see the base of the RAM mount, you can see the 4 bolts, you can see the 4 bolts will clamp right on to the base of the GPS. So what you'll need in total is the Garmin kit. The Garmin kit comes with the GPS, it comes with the cradle, it comes with the cable for power, the bolt kit, and this USB cord if you want to charge it off the bike or if you want to update software. I also purchased this solder connection wire set by Line Pro. We'll take a look to see how. I've never used it before. We'll take a look to see how good it is. I also bought a extender SAE to SAE connection, which I will basically cut and solder onto these connections, connect it up to my RAM mount connector, and as you can see on my bike, I have the nice little RAM mount, and if you look closely, I have the SAE connection right here by the handlebars. So it's a perfect setup for this bike. My next bike will be the 2020 Street Fighter. Should have the same connection right here. GPS will go here, the wire will connect here, and I'll be able to use GPS, take it on, take it off, put it on other bikes. Be a nice little setup. If you're like me, you like to go for rides that you don't know the areas, and if you use your phone on here and you're in the hot sun, the phone winds up overheating, dying, and then you lose GPS and then you don't know where you are. So I think this should work out pretty good, but we'll take a look to see. So you guys can let me know what you think. So I'm going to take the right size, 18 gauge wire, red to red, black to black. Turn on your heat gun. As you can see, what you wind up with is a beautiful soldered connection. Do the same thing on the black. Don't overheat it because you don't want to melt the insulation. Don't get too close. But you'll see the solder start to melt, and you'll also see the seal connection on the rubber ends to give you a nice soldered and waterproof connection. Now we have a beautiful connection. For everybody who can see it, nice soldered connection. You can use some black tape over that if you want, red tape over the red, but you let that cool down. Okay, next what we're going to do is we're going to affix the base. You'll see in the base on the Garmin a little piece of tape. That tape is there because there's a very tiny screw in there. So you want to be careful removing that tape. You don't want to lose that screw because that screw ties in your end connection, which charges your GPS. Okay, so I got the tiny little screw out. Now I'm going to install this. This is the piece that charges your GPS while you're riding. So you bring it through. Move it over into the slot. It's a little bit stubborn. Come on. Very stubborn. There we go. This little cover piece will pop into here. This pops into here. You take your tiny screw and you screw it in. Not too tight, you don't want to strip it, and you have a nice connection. It's kind of the finished product. So we've mounted our cable into our base. You can see, and that's what your GPS would look like. Here, I want to undo it. GPS comes out, the base stays in. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to mount our RAM mount to the back. Set of screws comes with the ram mount, washers, and these tiny little bushings. Don't forget, you have to use the bushings or the screws will pull right through. So you want to insert your bushings and your screws. All the screws go to the ram mount. The washers and the nuts. The screws are all in and you tighten them down and it's tightened up. So a couple things I didn't mention. I chose the Zumo 396. You can choose any GPS you want as long as the GPS comes with the base and there is a compatible RAM mount connection for that base. So, don't think you have to buy the Zumo 396. I use the 396 on my Multistrada. Had it permanently installed, wired back to the battery, and it works great. I mean, Bluetooth to my helmet, turn-by-turn directions. I like it. So, and it's easier to use than a phone, and it doesn't die on you, and it doesn't overheat on you. So, you can use any GPS. Don't think you have to use the 396. Now, the last part I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it up real nice. I'll just show you the finished product. I'm not going to show you what I'm going to do, but tie it up really nice. Leave enough slack hanging so that I can connect it to my SAE connection. And I use these small sticky back zip tie bases, and I will zip tie it and stick it right on here. This way it'll look clean. It's maybe not gonna look perfect, but it'll look good enough. I'm not trying to impress anybody with the show, but it'll do the job, and it'll get me where I want to go. So here's the final product. What I used was these sticky backs. They're sticky back wire tie holders, and I stuck them on the ram mount, and I used the heat gun to mold them in an oval way so that it really adheres all the way around. But again, doesn't look pretty. If you are the kind of person that has to have everything look really, really pretty, you could trim down these wires as long as you don't remove your converter. You could mount your converter a little bit closer, trim a lot of these wires. I leave it like this in case I ever want to take the GPS and make it permanent, and I'll have the full wire and I can run it back to the battery. But this is what it looks like. We're going to go ahead and install it on the bike now. Let's take a look at the final result. I've mounted it on my 2018 Panigale V4S. So, as you can see, it's not the prettiest setup, but I mean, I personally don't care. You can see it doesn't block your ability to turn. If you want, you can tuck this down inside here. Got a lot of free play. Turn the GPS on, and as you can see from the power indication, it's being powered by the SAE connection. So, the nice thing about this setup is it won't overheat. It will integrate to my helmet, integrate to my phone, answer phone calls. I like to take this bike, even though it's a sport bike, I like to take it on 2-3 day rides. Maybe I don't know where I'm going. I lose phone signal. I don't want to deal with that garbage. I got a beautiful GPS. It'll take me wherever I want to go. When I want to take it off, just pop it off. And I still got my RAM mount sitting there if I want to put my GoPro on there or put anything on there. So thank you guys for watching this video. And if you enjoyed it and liked it, please like it. Go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And keep an eye out for all the videos that are coming up. We do videos on gear review, motorcycle review, parts review, touring. You'll see videos in other countries. We take trips. We're going to do a Magellan trip. You'll see us on a track. We rent a lot of bikes and try and do reviews on new models. Next couple bike reviews, you'll see Multistrada, you'll see a Panigale review, and the upcoming 2020 Ducati Street Fighter review. So again, take a look at our blog, www.atspeed.blog. And if you feel like we've missed something on this video, something that you wanted to see, let us know, comment, and we'll do that on video and give you the footage or the details we may have missed that you want or need. Again, thanks for watching.